Hello, everybody. I guess we got enough people to get underway, I suppose. Thank you for attending our little annual meeting here. Or maybe it's our big annual meeting. I don't know. 2026. Who thought we would make it? Do I have any opening notes? Well, we're just talking about the year. So last year, it's pretty decent for as far as EBS goes, I suppose. Your mileage may vary, I guess, but some things that happened in January. I guess to kick the year off with a bang, we heard a presentation on this palliative care from someone who works as a death doula. So it's kind of a Buddhist topic, right? We like death. Helping people who are dying and help their families. Anyway, so that was interesting. And at some point in there, we replaced the sign out front, right? It's all white and shiny again now, so impermanence, I guess. Yes, that's right. And we had a meditation class in January and February to make new meditation instructors. So if you've ever wanted to be a meditation instructor here at EBS, we will eventually do that again, or hopefully Cheryl will do that again. She's the one who tends to put those on. So we graduated some new meditation instructors. In March, EBS went out to the Cherry Blossom Festival in Scott, Arkansas. So that was our field trip, I guess, for the year. And that was kind of groovy. They're doing it again. I don't know if we're going or not. We haven't decided. So in April, we had the Kevin Griffin retreat. So that was a good thing. And we also had a presentation from the Braver Angels organization, the sort of civic cooperative. I don't have the words to speak about it, but to sort of help reduce the division and conflict in society, I suppose. In May, we received our reclining Buddha. Everybody's seen the reclining Buddha out there, right? So our new statuary. In July, we had a Dr. Lai retreat. Those are always good. And we had a mindfulness class focused on compassion practices. So we did that. In October, we started the Exploring Buddhism class, which is this thing that we're doing on Wednesday nights now at 5:30. So that's going okay, I guess. Let's see. In November, we went over to the Interfaith Center and participated in a Braver Angels thing over there. Of course, December was just last month, I guess. It seems so long ago. And it's funny that, we're getting ready now that there are people, not me, but there are people getting ready for the Nathan Smalley retreat. These things take weeks and weeks of just...
We just had that.
Oh, that's right, we already had it. I'm sorry, I'm a week behind, I forgot. I wasn't there, so... people had to get ready for the Nathan Smalley retreat, and then we managed to have it. So apparently that went well, so that's good. We're getting the year started off reasonably well. Let's see, yeah, you can tell how well I'm plugged into everything, can't you? So yeah, I mean, I guess we should say a few words about EBS in the world, and I don't know what to say except that the world still apparently needs us, somebody has to demonstrate what it's like to lead with wisdom instead of just reaction, right? This is the hard thing, is that everyone gets so attached to their point of view, right? And anyway, I could do a whole thing on that, but I won't because sometimes these things run long. So we'll just take that sermon as stipulated, that we need to demonstrate how to lead with compassion, wisdom, kindness, equanimity. The Brahma Viharis are always the right answer. So that's the first part of our program. So usually at these things, we have people come up and talk about their group and if they've anything special they want to mention or how it's going. And so I'll just call off some groups here. The Sunday morning Vajrayana, would anyone like to come sit in the speaker's chair and speak about how things are going on Sunday morning? What's that?
You want somebody to come over there?
Yeah, that's what we did last year, right? I
Why
mean,
can't you just turn the camera around?
oh, we can, but it's hard to hear in here, and so this is the solution we came up with, is you have to sit on the hot seat, right? In fact, I'm even going to pin it so that maybe that's for the better. Let's face it. Okay, pin. So, would anybody like to come and talk about Sunday morning? Now that you know that you have to be on Face the Nation.
I'll do it.
Mick's going to make the sacrifice. Thank you. I mean, you can't take more than a couple of minutes, so you're
Can I just say, it's going great, guys.
right.
It's really good.
Are y'all reading a book or anything?
No, okay, well, we have two Vajrayana things that happen on Sundays, which is the Triple Excellence, which is a very small but dedicated group. We have 3 to 5 people to whatever, but we have a very sweet little Vajrayana meeting then. And then after that, we have the Dr. Lai book study group. And we've been plugging away through books. And Dr. Lai is a wonderful person to be leading this, and that we get to dissect these 1,000-year-old tomes in detail, and it's a very rich process for us. And we have about, I would say, 10 people regularly. We have a few people online each time, and it can range from 6 to 8 people in person, and that's going very strong. And so,
Very good.
what else can I? Question?
Tell me what the Vajrayana tradition is in what, 2 sentences? Is that I keep hearing these words and I don't know what they mean.
Vajrayana tradition. It's the Tibetan style of Buddhism, and it's the one that features all the crazy ass imagery that you'll see in that dark little room over there, and it looks like we're doing incantations or something. But it's actually just a late-breaking form of Buddhism that engages the Theravada, the Mahayana, and its own practices together. It's Tripitaka, I guess they might call it. So. But yes, but I would say that the distinguishing feature, because it includes all the previous yanas, Mahayana, the Hinayana, Theravada.
That's okay, you can say that.
Well, it includes all those practices. It adds visual and visualization practices and a way of picturing what your own wisdom is. So that's a long sentence, and it by no means covers it, but we appreciate your attention. Any other questions? No? Very good. See you.
Very good, thanks, Mick. Does somebody want to talk about the Buddhism and the 12 steps? I'm just going to go through the week. I'm going to get my coffee, my tea, whatever it is.
Yeah, Buddhism and the 12 steps. We have about anywhere between 5 and 12 people coming by, and we have been studying 2 different books. We sponsored Kevin Griffin retreat originally, and then we did his book for the second time in our illustrious history as a group. We decided to go back to One Breath at a Time, which is a wonderful, wonderful book, and now we're doing the Zen of Recovery. it's a real rich group, and people come there, some people are there because they're just new in recovery, and they're, kind of raw. And it's really, and then there are people who've been there for any number of different, where they use 12 steps in different ways. It may be Al-Anon, sex addiction, food addiction. And so it's a very rich conversation that takes place. And we'd love to have more people come, because when we first started out, we had like 35 people.
Right.
And
but I guess the class worked so well, they all just graduated,
they
right?
graduated,
Has that
yeah.
kind of effect on people, apparently.
So anyway, that's that.
Very good, thank you. Ooh, I'm next. So I'm just going through the week here. So there's a Sunday night class at 7, the Theravada group, which used to be called the Vipassana group, but I changed that name because Vipassana is not quite the same thing. Vipassana is almost a brand now, anyway. So yeah, we've been meeting the same way we always have, because this is Theravada, right? We're like the stick in the mud. We're just always the same, and we're always doing the same thing. But, and we're still, there'll be 6 or 8 people there on a Sunday night. And what did we read? Well, that's pretty funny. What's that? Thank you. It's like there's Buddha and his teachings, what the Buddha taught. Which is it? So we read that classic book, What the Buddha Taught, and we just finished that up. And so now we're just reading some suttas and odds and ends, and that's really about all I have to report. Any questions about the Theravada group? Why do we meet at such a bad time? Sunday night. Everybody's tired. I want to go. But anyway, but that's us. Come by and join us sometime if you like. The Compassionate Care group on Monday nights. Is there anybody here who would like to speak to that? Thank you. Oh, very good. It's good to have you.
So I'm Lisa, and we have our Compassionate Care group on Monday nights at 7. Several people I see in here that come to that group. We've been doing this for, Betsy, about 3 years now?
Yes.
Doesn't seem like that long. So we do a couple of different things. Well, first I should say, I'm going to a general idea of what our mission is to help, to assist, and to educate ourselves about how to care for ourselves and others when it comes to illness, death, dying, bereavement. So we're a pretty intimate group. We have about 10 to 14 people that attend regularly, and so we meet on the 2nd and 4th Monday nights, and on the second Monday, we do different things, like we have the death doula come in, we have different people present, sometimes we watch videos. Betsy just led our group in, what do we call it, eco-burials, to share some information on that. So it's pretty interesting stuff, and we're very supportive of each other. There's Diane. We, at one point when we first started, we were hoping that we would be able to serve all of EBS, and then we figured out that we just don't have enough people to do that, but we support each other, and occasionally others will contact us. So that's basically what we do. And we start with the 10-minute meditation. On the 4th Mondays, we do a sort of book group. And so this is the book. We are actually starting on the 26th. So if you have an interest, you can come on the 26th and start this book with us. We've covered, we take our time with the books. We usually spend, a year on a book. We don't get in any hurry. We've done, our first book was Joan Halifax's Being with Dying, and then we did one of Pema Chodron's books, and so this one's going to be kind of different because this person is not technically a Buddhist, but there's a lot of sort of Buddhist persuasion in it. What else? Betsy, do you want to add anything to that?
I guess so.
Okay.
We kind of got started with this group because Cheryl and I did the final chapters group during the pandemic. And then one of our members, June, died, and we did have her funeral service here. And so all of that just got us thinking more about future and how we can help in that way.
And anyone's welcome to come. I did want to add that we don't do Zoom because it is a very intimate group and people, you know, talk about very personal things. So we don't want people just out there in Zoom world just checking us out. But anyone who wants to come in person and check us out, that would be great.
Very good, thank you so much. Quantum's in. One.
Oh, that's me too.
Okay, I should have spoken.
Okay, so on Tuesday nights at 6, we have our quantum group, and Lucy Sauer is our primary teacher. Also, Mike Mueller is a teacher. Lucy does not come in person generally, so Mike comes in and opens the altar. We do some chanting. We meditate for 25 minutes. Mike or Lucy will do a reading, and then we have a discussion. Usually about an hour and 15 minutes. Quantum, to me, is very interesting. It's Korean Zen, and it's very similar, I think, to Soto Zen, but different at the same time. So our teacher, whose name I'm going to mispronounce, but it's something like Sansung, and he was a Tibetan Zen master, came over to the U.S. around, I think, 1970 and started the Quantum School of Zen in the U.S. in Rhode Island. And so it's a very organized, as we do in Zen, that the Zen master, Barbara Rhodes, is for our entire country for Quantum. And then there's like satellites, including Kansas Zen Center, and then we're kind of underneath them. So we have a real structured sort of hierarchy. But we do online with that, we do Zoom, and we usually have Zoom and in person. We usually have about 8 to 10 people who participate. If you are interested, you might want to contact us through the website just to kind of get a better idea of what we do, but you don't have to. You can just show up. Any questions about that?
Thank you very much. Does anyone want to talk about the Wednesday Vajrayana practices? Can you speak to that? Wednesday practice. That's all right. What did I say? Yeah, it's Zoom only. I mean, I guess it's on the schedule. I assume we're still doing it. But anyway, so Alice's thing.
Oh, Alice?
Right.
I have no idea what they're doing.
Yeah, so you'll have to contact Alice for that, or dial into the meeting.
Or Charlotte.
Or Charlotte. Right, that's right, Charlotte.
That's great.
So it's Zoom in the evening,
On Wednesday?
right? It's on the schedule, but I don't remember the time at the moment. It was. I assume it's still happening. But there's no one in the talking chair, so I'll sit down for a minute. But at any rate, so next is the Wednesday drop-in mindfulness class. Mick can speak once again. Thank you, sir.
Once again. Mindfulness class. This is our, what we affectionately call Club Med. And it is an introductory to meditation, but it's also turned into a kind of a little practice group in itself, as we have, I would say, about 60%, maybe more, are returnees. They just like the group. It's a fairly straightforward thing. We introduce ourselves, and then the leader will give a little brief overview or some thoughts about mindfulness meditation and what it's good for, and, what it's not for, and then we try it out, and then we have a robust discussion, and that's where usually the real meat of it is because everybody's experiences, and we have actually a lot of experience represented in these classes. It's not just all beginners. There's people with decades and people with days of experience. So it's always very good to talk. We added to our ranks of instructors this year, but then we have a retiree, or at least Steve Wilkerson has taken a sabbatical, well-deserved. He'd been with us for many years, and so he's taking a break. Maybe I'm going to try to lure him back in because he's such a fine teacher. And we really appreciate all his time that he spent with us. But then we have 4 others, myself, Cheryl Woodard, Ben Haycox, and Laura Weems. And we're just chugging right along. We have, seems to be kind of an uptick of participation after the summer. Could be the darkening times, could be the dark time of the season, but one night we had 20 people in class, but we usually average more like around 10 people. And we are not on Zoom, and but just come on by sometime. This is 7 to 8 p.m. on Wednesdays. So any questions? All right.
Thank you, sir.
My job is
very much. We finally cracked that beer, you know. Whatever the appropriate Buddhist version of that saying is. Thursday, the Thich Nhat Hanh mindfulness group. Somebody want to talk about it?
I'm Paul Harris, and I facilitate the Thursday night group. It's Thich Nhat Hanh group. We practiced in Plum Village tradition. Thich Nhat Hanh was a Vietnamese Zen master, the late Thich Nhat Hanh. This Thursday will be the 4th anniversary of his death. We practice in his tradition. We do a Zoom hybrid, so we do in person and we also have it up on Zoom. Typically we have anywhere from 1 to 4 people come in on Zoom. Sometimes there's none, but it's always there available. And the people from out of town, I think, really appreciate it. They feel like they're part of us too.
Right.
And our practice consists of, first we listen to the evening chant. It takes about 5 minutes, and it's the monks and nuns from Plum Village singing the chant. It kind of gets us into a mindfulness mood, and as soon as that chant completes, we go into seated meditation. That lasts about 17 or 18 minutes. After that, we do about 8 minutes of walking meditation. Then we come back to our cushions and chairs. And we every week we have a practice booklet that we read from. So it might be chanting the Heart Sutra, or it might be reading the 5 mindfulness trainings. And the mindfulness trainings are just an expanded version of the 5 precepts. After that, we have either I'll have a reading from a Zen book that I'll read and we'll talk about, or lately we've been reading a particular book. We're doing a book study. It's The Sun, My Heart by Thich Nhat Hanh. It's an incredible book. It's filled with lots of great antidotes, and we're enjoying that. Let's see. After the book study, then we do Dharma sharing, and that's my favorite part. Dharma sharing, everybody gets a chance to speak, ask questions, or share something. And this year has been an especially good year for that. In my 14 years here at EBS, in this group, I've never had a group that was willing to share so much with the rest. And we've had tears and testimonials and sharing of vulnerabilities. It's really, and I think it's because people feel safe here. And they feel like this is a place of refuge, and all of you are responsible for helping build that, so we appreciate that. It really has been an incredible year for us. We've grown quite a bit. Also, one thing we've done this year, actually, Rob and Ellen have put together 8 to 10 contra dances that they spend a lot of time preparing for, and we appreciate that. That brings people in from outside, and that gives us a sense of community and something to practice together. So we enjoy that together. Growth, we've grown quite a bit this year. We've got 11 additional members that I've added to the mailing list. So now we have 128 people on our mailing list. Last year we averaged 15 to 20 people practicing weekly. Now we average anywhere from 18 to 25. 35 was our largest turnout this year. And I think the increase is because of the presidential election. Had a lot to do with it. After that, I think a lot of people needed somewhere to go. And EBS is here and available for that. And then also, we ran some commercials during the summer on KABF. We got a pretty big spike after that commercial, people coming in. There's a couple of them sitting over there. Matthew here is responsible for the idea of putting the hand towels in the bathroom. You can thank Matthew for that. Emily's back there behind Matthew, and Emily is responsible for tightening screws around here and general cleanup, replacing light bulbs, just anything that needs fixed, Emily is taking care of. So we appreciate you guys for that. Yeah, and we thank Ben and Jesse for putting together those commercials. Those were really good commercials. I think it made a difference. We've had more diversity than ever before, gender diversity, racial diversity. We'd like to do better, but all of that has gotten better this year. Age of diversity. And I think that's about it. Does anybody have any questions about our practice?
Okay, thank you so much.
All right.
All right, next is the Friday Soto's Inn. Does anybody like to speak about it?
No. We meet at 6:30 on Fridays, which is not the greatest time, but it's where we could fit in. We do not Zoom. We're associated with the Appomatto Zen Center in Austin, and they have a calendar on YouTube, so you can find out how to Zoom in to them. We just had a retreat. Nate Smalley is our current teacher. He's a Dharma heir of Flint Sparks that was our initial teacher, and so doesn't. Actually, we can trace this Japanese Zen all the way back to Fukushima Roshi, who used to come from Japan and hold in-person retreats up at Camp Mitchell on the mountain. So we've been going for quite a while. We're one of the original groups here at EBS. What do? We sit.
Sit for 30 minutes.
We sit for 30 minutes. We have some, we call it chanting, but it's actually recitation of some verses. And we read from a book that is recommended by our teacher. Right now, I'm blanking on that. What?
Nothing special.
Thank you. Nothing special, Choco Pet. Then
that's what we do. It's pretty simple. And that's one reason why I do it, because I'm simple-minded. Okay.
It's all good. Thank
All
you so
right.
much.
Thank you.
Very good. Does anybody want to say any words about the Saturday Dharmata group? It's Zoom only at this point, right? You just,
I'm not prepared to do this.
all right. Well, this is how it happens. This is how you become a teacher. So you sit.
How hot is
sit
this
here,
seat here? I don't know.
The next thing you know, you're giving a Dharma talk. It goes from there.
Well, Diane is here and she's in our group, so if I say something wrong or if I miss something, you can help out with me, okay? Most of you might know that Anam Tupten, our group that practices with Anam Tupten, he's been coming since 1990s, I believe, for all of you that know that. We meet Saturday morning at 10:30, and usually it's for 2 hours. We have a 45-minute meditation, and then we have about 30-minute of, we do half of a teaching because it's kind of long to do the whole 45, 50, 60 minutes teaching also for many people on Saturday mornings. So we do about half of that, and that's usually about 30 minutes. And then after that, we've just been doing this the last year or so, we get together and discuss about what he has been teaching. And we have some pretty interesting and deep discussions, I believe, in our group. And I think it's really helped us incorporate what he is teaching on Saturday morning. Now, actually, all of this is recordings. He actually teaches on Sunday live, and anybody can connect with that at noon our time, I believe. It's still at noon. And that's usually twice a month. He usually teaches twice a month. So you can do that on Zoom, but for some reason, we got so much going on Sunday that we're not able to do that time slot. So we do it on Saturday mornings. So it's with the Dharmata Foundation out of California. Now, Anam has been coming here quite often for retreats. It's been 2023 was the last time, I believe. So he's coming this year, May 1st. And our group has assigned me to organize it, so it's going to be crazy, so I don't know what's going to happen. But anyways, May 1st he's coming for the public talk, and that's going to be at the Unitarian Church, and that's donation basis only. And then the retreat is Saturday and Sunday. It's going to be 150, or they don't turn anybody away if you can't pay, or you only pay a certain amount, and then we arrange, for that on the retreat. Now he's been putting out a book just about every year, and he's putting out a book this year, and I believe it's called Releasing the Knot of the Mind. I believe that's it. You know that? Anyways, it's coming out April 28th, which is just a few days before our retreat. And yeah, so it's going to be good. He's going to be talking about that book. So it'll be a good introduction for anybody that wants to get that book and read it. We're only on Zoom right now because our lovely Melissa has left us. She went to Tucson, Arizona, and she used to come in here for whoever would come in for the Zoom. But we don't have anybody available for that now. And our group is kind of small. We usually have between 5 and 10 people show up on Zoom only. So it's a nice, quaint group. We have, I don't know how many are on the mailing list, maybe 20, 30 or so. Not really sure. Like I say, I'm not prepared for this. Anything else I can add, Diane? You need to go?
Well, just the format. I mean, you can go to online, and if you don't have anything to do on a Saturday morning, I really recommend it, because we start with we listen to an audio meditation from Anam, and he just leads a wonderful guided meditation. and kind of an introduction to his ocean style.
Mhm.
So you can do that, and then you break after we listen to that, and if you just have 45 minutes, fine, come do it, and you can leave. But if you have more time, then we can take a little break and listen to his teaching, like Dan was saying, and then you can listen to that, and then after that teaching, which usually ends about noon, we'll discuss. And any of those times you can leave if you like. It's a 2-hour commitment if you stay the whole time. But it's a grand group, and we are really welcome and interested in people joining us. So,
And that Zoom connection, is that on the EBS website under the classes, the Zoom link? Is that correct?
It is, yes, it is. And then I just highly, if there's anyone, if you know anyone who's starting meditation or wanting to develop their meditation retreat, I really highly recommend this in-person retreat that's coming up this first weekend of May, because he's a fantastic teacher, and he's got, he's from Tibet, and he has wonderful English now.
Well, he says words that I don't even know.
Yeah, he's got great English now. When he first started coming, you couldn't understand anything he was saying.
Yeah.
But he's got really good English now. And he has that being that you hear about. He's got that way of being that's just sweet through and through.
His presence, yeah, it really hits you.
His
Yeah.
presence is just worth it. Just to come and it's just genuine, and it's good to have an experience with that. So we're all pretty excited that he's coming, and he's gotten so, he's very popular, and so he comes to Little Rock. This is by far the smallest venue he ever goes to. And from what I understand from the people who accompany him, it's out of loyalty. This was one of the first places when he came to the United States from, I guess he was in Nepal, after he fled Tibet. One of the first places he started, and when he started, he didn't speak English very well. So he still comes here, and I understood there's some pushback from this group because we're so small. So if everyone could show up, it'd be a wonderful thing, and he'll come back again.
Yeah, they really don't make much money on us. I mean, I was told his ticket is $1,500 to come here this time. So that's a big chunk, and then he has to pay for it out of the money we get.
From just north of San Francisco.
Richmond.
That's right.
Richmond Point Richmond. But the person who is actually Cheryl's sister accompanied him last time.
Yeah, I'm sure it comes.
She said that because she had accompanied him a lot to different retreats, and she said she had never seen him so relaxed and personable as he was when he was here.
He likes us.
And she thought that he likes his place.
I would like to say, we have watched him grow up.
Yes.
So young when he first taught here. And
He was in his 20s.
yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Just newly here. So it's a real treat, and I'm totally excited.
Yeah, he teaches internationally. He has a lot of different places he goes, so we're fortunate to have him here. I think Leanne said she's going to try and fit him in every other year here
She did?
now.
Okay.
Yeah, he goes to Europe and Thailand and other places. I don't know where he goes.
France. He does a lot of
France, yeah, France, and yeah. Any other questions? All right, thank you.
That's good. It's good prep for our upcoming retreat in April. So now you can.
May.
May 1st. May 1st.
I feel hotter now.
Very good. Well, we have one last group, but not the least group, and that. Well, do you want to talk about the silent sittings in particular, or just they exist? The third time is the charm.
Yeah, let me see if I can. Every day we have a sitting. We have a sitting here, 30-minute sittings, and that's just, it's picking up. Again, there have been some pretty slow times, particularly in the summer, but whatever it's worth. We seem to be getting some new people coming in and sitting with us. So it's very simple. If you haven't ever been to our daily sittings, 11:30 till 12, our lunchtime thing, we have a rota of timekeepers, and it's very simple. You just drop in, the timekeeper will let you in and have a seat, and we'll sit for 30 minutes in silence. Great break in the day, and but yeah, I'm encouraged that we are starting to get curious, and people who are resettling into Little Rock, and they discover that there's a Buddhist center, and I think that's going on really well. It's along with the Wednesday night meditation class. I think we get a nice turnover of people exploring and getting to know EBS, and particularly the character of EBS. It doesn't have the investment of being in a group and having to actually talk to people. They can get the vibe, and we make sure that it's really friendly and spacious for them. And so I would just say it's really going well. We're pretty good on timekeepers right now, but we can always deepen the bench. If you're interested in getting indoctrinated on how to run one of these things, it's not difficult, but there is actually a practice to it. So contact me. I'm always interested in getting new names. So any questions? Weekend mornings, 9 a.m. to 9:30 as well. And so, okay.
Right. Thank you, sir.
We're done.
Okay, you're really done. I think.
Really done.
I think.
I think I need a cookie or something.
Right. Very good. So yeah, I forgot, I meant to mention all of our dance potluck movie Saturdays at the beginning. So one of the things the board decided was we got to get more people in the building, right? You know, it's kind of like over the years since COVID, it's like we tried to come back to where we were before, you know, and so we had one almost every month. I think we might have skipped a couple of months in 2025, but there's the dancing in the afternoon, which I forget what we were calling it before, but we're calling it barn dancing now. It's so that's a fun thing. But and then we have a potluck pizza kind of thing after that, and then there's a movie, and you can come for whatever you want. I mean, I guess you could just come for the food if that's really what you want. That's fine, show up. But you know, you can dance or not, you can watch the movie or not. So it's just, you know, come meet all the other good people here at EBS. It's a good opportunity. And the only other thing I'll say is Anand Tupton has the greatest book title, in my opinion, that there ever was. No Self, No Problem. You know, that could have been the whole book right there. One other thing is the board was looking into, what would we call this, Laura? An inclusiveness statement, or inclusiveness, I don't know if it rises to the level of policy, but it's a statement anyway. And so I'm going to read that statement, and then we're going to pass them out. It looks like I've got a pile of them. So here's our inclusion statement for your purview and consideration.
Well, yeah, this is just a draft. So
This is the draft, so we're not.
it's an idea that we're floating. And
We haven't. There hasn't been a vote yet. This is committee work, right? That's what you'd say.
I wanted to share it with everybody.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
It's good.
So, at EBS, we recognize the intrinsic Buddha nature in all beings and are dedicated to creating a Sangha where everyone is welcomed with compassion and respect. Guided by the principles of loving kindness, metta, compassion, karuna, sympathetic joy, mudita, and equanimity, upekkha. See, that sells me already if you got the Brahma Viharas in it. Okay, so given those principles, we honor the rich diversity of human experience across race, ethnicity, age, gender, identity and expression, sexual orientation, ability, belief, and life circumstance. We commit to cultivating a community free from prejudice and harm, where the practice of mindfulness helps us see and transform our unconscious biases. Through continuous reflection, skillful speech, and right action, we strive to ensure equitable participation in our teachings and leadership, so that all beings may feel seen, valued, and supported on the path towards awakening. That's like a whole sermon, right in itself. So, feel free to, I'll keep one, I suppose. Take one and pass them around. Thank you so much.
And share with me or any of the board members or anybody, practice leaders, and they'll get it back to me so I can make edits to it.
Right. If you have any thoughts about these matters?
Can I say one thing?
Absolutely.
I didn't know if you were going to bring it up about Canvas Community Church. So Canvas Community Church is a place I've been volunteering for going on 7 years now, I think. And it's a church, but it doesn't look like a church, where we serve dinners, usually serving as much as 150 people on one night. People are homeless, they are very unstable in their housing, they don't have enough food, they don't have a place to cook food. So Campus has, I don't know how, they've been around a whole lot longer than that. Paul Atkins is the urban minister there, and he comes and sits here for the silent sitting at times. So it's a very open-minded place, and so we've been doing for some time now, you'll see a box out there where we collect things, mainly toiletries, over-the-counter pads, anything that is like an individual size in particular is nice. We have some great donations there, and then Laura, I think you headed up the coat drive.
That was Ben.
Was that Ben?
Yeah.
So we had a coat drive. During the winter, there's a huge need for coats, sleeping bags, blankets, and people always love a tent too. If you can, even, just like if you feel like you can donate one sleeping bag, that's great. It doesn't even have to be new. And I don't know where the board is on this now, but there's working on doing one of the meals. Different churches sponsor meals on different nights, so Canvas doesn't have the money to feed that many people. So I don't know if Laura, you wanted to talk about that?
Yeah, so I was going to bring it up at the next board meeting, which is Thursday, I think.
I don't know. I thought, have we not had our board meeting already this month? I don't know. Anyway, whenever it is.
Yeah, whenever it is. I was going to bring it up because he just got in touch with me. So the next board meeting, I was going to bring it up and mention it because we had tried earlier to touch base with them, but I think he was just too busy. So I kind of moved to a different organization, but I would love to jump back. I was trying to now work with the interface, so that's why I needed to discuss it because.
Yeah.
But absolutely, I wanted to talk about it and find out if we'd have volunteers. We need to get people signed up and committed to it if we were going to do it, especially if we were going to bring the food ourselves, like cook it. So we'd have to have more volunteers to cook for 150 people.
It's a lot of beans.
It's a lot of beans.
And it's just exciting that, EBS doesn't have a ton of money. Some churches have thousands of people and lots of money coming in, and
Right.
it's not us. So I think it's great that we're getting more involved with volunteer.
Right. That's something EBS is, always wants to be out in the community because that, compassion is a mission. So I hear, of this organization. And so yeah, I'm sure we'll be talking about that. So keep that in mind.
And this past year, Paul Atkins was a speaker here. So.
That's right. He's came in, we have heard from him. Very good. All right. There's one more order of business that we need to accomplish today. This is the annual meeting of EBS is where we have our board elections. And so we have a pretty full slate this year. And so, and a couple of new members who would like to come on the board. And so usually what we do is a voice vote. If there's a lot of disagreement, then I'll hand out pieces of paper and we'll actually vote. That has never happened. I don't know if this is the year, but it's never happened so far. But we certainly can have a point-by-point vote if that's what we need to do. But first I'll just say this is the slate of electors for the, I don't know if that's the right word, the slate of candidates, that's the word I was looking for 2026 for the EBS board. And they are myself, Doug Holmes, Roger Hawkins, Laura Weems, Cheryl Woodard, Doyle Bailey, Paul Carreras. I never know how to say your name. Carreras, thank you. See, it's another last name I don't hear often enough. It's just Paul. Right, I've only known him 20 years or something. Karen Seal, Ben Haycox, John Matlock, and Mick Wiggins. So people you're now familiar with from this meeting, a lot of them. And the new members that would like to come on board are Sherry Sullivan and Jackie Fleming. Would you guys wave or something? Would you like to introduce yourselves? You know, do you have a 30-minute speech prepared? I would be worried if you did, I suppose. But anyway, they are I don't know what, they've been involved in the Theravada group some. I don't know what other, and they've been around EBS. So what's
Paul's group and
right? That's right.
Zen.
And Zen. So
Zen.
That's good. I always tell people you need to check out all the groups at EBS, and there's lots of good people. So they're excited about coming on and helping the board with all our little activities, and so. We'll do a voice vote first. All in favor of this slate of candidates being elected to board of directors for 2026, you can say aye. Aye. All opposed, you can say nay. No? See, the power of group persuasion. That's okay. Yes. Very good. Thank you so much. I'm sure there's any number of things that I should have also mentioned at this meeting, but I failed to. Yes?
I have 2 things I'd like to say.
Yes, sir. You want to get in the hot seat? All right, very good.
He never passes up an opportunity.
Yeah, 2 things I wanted to share. One, to segue from this mention of the Interfaith Center, I just want to give a little plug. They have a program director named Sarah Hindeman, whom I've been very impressed by. And one of the things they have an empty room for visiting spiritual leaders. And so if someone's coming in and one doesn't have a way of hosting them, for free, Sarah Hindeman made very clear to me that that room in the Interfaith House is available for visiting scholars. So that could help lower the cost perhaps on this one coming in. They also have a quarterly music jam that I participated in. I go in kind of representing like, I'm a Quaker Buddhist, but which always gets, looks like, whoa. But I've gotten to share some Tinakan songs, Plum Village songs with them, which has been a lot of fun. So that's it. But I mainly want to say this about the Interfaith Center. I've had very positive experiences. I know other people here have. The other thing is I just want to say something about the barn dance thing. And that I'm going to find a new way to describe it, and I never know quite how it comes across. And what it is ultimately is an opportunity for applied Buddhism, in that we have like our guidelines are be kind, invite others, support each other, and no photo or video without permission. Those are only guidelines. But it's be kind thing, and as many of us, I know what we know, we don't have many opportunities to really practice our practices with each other. And what's funny about dance is it's a whole different way. It's not like an interaction with the cashier or something like this. It's a way to really practice active kindness. And so I wanted to just particularly invite people to invite their study groups. It's also very easy. Everyone can do it. We work to the level people are at, whatever your physical ability is. And something else I wanted to say. We have live music, which is a little bit unusual. And we need a minimum of 8 people to do dances. So if people don't come, we actually mean that we can't do a dance. So it really is very truly a participatory activity. So anyway, I just wanted to give a little plug for that as well.
So which Saturday of the month do you do it?
We're trying to do it third Saturday of every month. We got off a little bit. As
Yeah,
Mark said, but-
it was just being scheduled ad hoc, but we realized that a regular time that people could anticipate would be better. And so that's the plan, is to be more on the third Saturday of the month, each month.
Yes, so that's it. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Very good. All right. So, put on my Robert's Rules of Order hat for just about 5 seconds. Is there any other business that we would like to cover or discuss or mention here at the annual meeting? We only have one of these. You know.
Well, yeah, you didn't say anything about the Buddhism class at 5:30 on Wednesdays.
Right.
Strangely enough.
That's right. Well, I didn't know if that was traditional enough to be an annual meeting mention, I suppose, but we'll mention it. So,
It should be, it will be.
So that started in October, and so it's 5:30 to 6:30. And Cheryl and I have been trading off. She did some of the first ones, and now we're in this long, interminable stretch of me doing some of the sessions, and then Cheryl will be back, though. But yeah, it's called Exploring Buddhism, and so we really, because the question has always been, so people will come to the little intro class on the first Monday of the month, and then they'll say, so what do I do next? It's like, well, it depends, you can come, we have the Wednesday night mindfulness, which is a good spot to kind of sneak in, to the drop-in mindfulness, as it's called, in such a casual way, to kind of slip into EBS. But this was kind of like, okay, can we just do a class on like how to be a Buddhist? That's the way I think of it anyway. And so we were sort of covering all from soup to nuts, right? We're going to go Theravada, Mahayana, Vajrayana. And so yeah, that's what we're doing. And it's happening on Wednesday nights, and it doesn't matter if you've missed all the ones before, you can just show up and join in. And we do have almost all the videos. I got to see about the first one. Put it up. We have put our audio-only first episode up, too. So this is all, I just made a YouTube slot the other day. If you go to our EBS YouTube page now, there's a section for Exploring Buddhism. So we're doing that, and people seem to be pretty okay with it so far. It's going all right. So please join us. So that's the plug. Yes.
I wanted to follow up.
Yes.
On what you said about the Interfaith Network.
Yes, the Interfaith Network.
We've been, we don't have any children's programming at EBS right now.
Right.
However, they're starting to do more during the year. They did friendship camp every summer.
Right, friendship camp.
I've been doing that for every year representing Buddhists. So I'm a Buddhist teacher at friendship camp.
Very good. The face of Buddhism.
I really want to get the younger person to come with me next year and get involved because I'm kind of wearing out, So anyway.
You need a protege
I
for
would love to have somebody. It's a
friendship
lot of
camp.
fun, it takes a lot of energy.
Right.
It's a really great camp because they have all these kids from all different religions coming and they're exposed to Buddhism and it's just all fun,
Right.
And then the other thing is they have a student at Interfaith who's going to who's discovering what different denominations, their connection to Interfaith Network.
Right.
She's going to come this week and I'm going to talk to her about our connection to Interfaith.
Very good.
So I don't know if anybody else would like to give me information about their connection, because she's looking at the history of how we got involved in that kind of.
Right. So, yeah, the Interfaith Center is been doing a lot of good work.
It's really good. So look at they have a, old house downtown that they're in now, and it's just got a lot of good energy on it.
Yeah, that's
They're
right.
also involved in that, and I always forget what it's called, you come to it, Betsy, the yearly program that
Yes.
they have, it's something, Love Thy Neighbor, I think. it's
Yeah.
Love thy neighbor, right.
And we represent, they have someone to represent different religions at EBS.
Yes. Also, they're, like I said, they're trying to do more children's programming during the year, and they're doing a introduction to meditation program for children. Oh, actually, children all the way up to 12th grade, so all age children and adolescents. At the House of Prayer in March, and that looks like it'll be really good for kids. I posted it on our group page, EBS group.
Oh, good.
So it's there.
And they also have a youth group.
All right, a youth group.
They have a youth
Yes.
group.
Yes.
Are you just
Right.
no longer?
EBS is you know, at one point EBS had some programming for smaller children, and then we had some programming for teenagers, but we're not quite big enough to sustain that. And
we don't have, for some reason, we don't have people in our population that have kids.
right, yeah, I mean, this is the way.
That is, you know.
Well,
Right.
right, but I mean, this is true of Buddhist groups all over the country. We're a little gray, you know, but that's how things ebb and flow, right? And so,
And I have one more thing.
yes,
On Sunday morning, before we do our Torah practice, our Vajrayana practice, we do a prayer, and we have a prayer list. And the prayer was given to us by Anna Cox, and it's a prayer to, I guess it came through Lama Tarchin, I believe. And it's a prayer to Padmasambhava, and we do that every Sunday morning, and we have a prayer list. And so we always, if you ever want to put anybody on the prayer list, then you can, Cheryl, Nick, and I are the ones that kind of, do that. So you can email us or call or text us or whatever, and we'll put them on the list.
or just, yeah, send a note to EBS.
Yeah, you can do that.
I see all the emails that
Yeah.
come. I will send it to the right
Send it to
person.
us, yeah.
So,
And we have all kinds of people on our prayer list.
right,
Yeah.
so lots of people who
Lots of
need
people, yeah.
some compassion.
Yes, that's right.
Good thoughts. Thank you so much. Yes?
I just wanted to share that if this is an opportunity, if anyone here is, or they know somebody who would be interested in attending a 10-day intensive silent retreat, Sarah Dixon and I have been working online with the Sangha, and we've been to this retreat before, and we're going back again. It's going to be the end of May and into early June. It'll be in Maine. So there'll be a flight, but I have posted a poster out there, and just look at it. If you have any questions, both of us have attended it before. It's in the Tibetan tradition, but it is a reworking of the Anapanasati Sutra, so it is the 16 breaths that Buddha taught. That when Buddha taught, that sutra was how he taught meditation.
Right?
And so it's a 10-day intensive on that, and it's life-changing.
Right. So a 10-day silent retreat that'll be in Maine, and you said the end of what month?
End of May.
The end of May.
Do you know the date,
All right.
Sarah?
It's May 24th to June 7th.
Okay. Well, if you'll send me the details, we can post it on the Facebook group and put it out so that people can find it. What's that?
That'd be great.
So yeah, just send it to me, to us, to EBS. Very good. What else is cooking?
I was curious about the turnout, like the numbers we're getting on the Intro to Buddhism class.
The intro. So the once a month one or the Wednesday night one?
So not the Intro to Mindfulness, but the Intro to
The
one
Exploring Buddhism.
Right.
Right, thank you. The one starting in October, I think is what.
Right. So I
17.
always forget to count. Is that what it was?
14 to 17 to 19.
Yeah. So pretty good for EBS. That's pretty well attended. So I keep trying to drive them away, and they keep showing up. So very good. So anything else? Going once. Going twice. Well, that's it. Thank you so much for coming to the annual meeting. We really appreciate you. You are the reason EBS exists. For both reasons, because you support it and because we're here for you. So